That big boss, that's special. It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level. Second level. Second level, baby. Second level.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Level 2 Podcast episode 19.
19.
We had to look that up beforehand because we couldn't remember.
There's so many of them now.
Level 2 Podcast episode 19. My name's Keegan. I'm one half of Level 2 Gamers. Hanging out with Tom, the other half of Level 2 Gamers. As you can tell, if you're watching us, if you're listening, we sound probably the same. But if you're watching us, we did a little something different.
We did.
We're mimicking our Bargain Basement, which started last week, and our Level 2 VR.
Yeah.
Which started last week.
I think the idea is that we liked the way that the new ones looked. We're quite proud of those, I think. It's fair to say at this point. They came out exactly as we wanted them to. We're still tweaking them in bits and pieces, but I think that we liked how it looked with the green screen and everything, so we're going to stick to that. Also, it allows us to see you more, as opposed to just kind of being facing each other. Although, there is a bit of a diagonalness to this conversation, so...
You're diagonal.
Yeah.
I'm straight on to the people. It's me and the people.
Okay. All right, Trump. So what do you want to talk about this week?
So as we normally start with, what have you been playing? What do you got going on in your life? What new series have you started at this point?
I didn't start one. I am still watching The Blacklist. It's getting good.
I expect a new series every time I record.
I know, but I told you that I'd be stuck on this one for a while. So I'm in season 3 at The Blacklist right now. There's only 4 seasons. We're like halfway through the 4th season.
That was bitter.
Was it?
Woo!
What is it?
It's by
Costa Rica Clementine.
Sorry.
You're good.
That was gross.
I have water because I ran out of flavoring, and it's upsetting to me that I ran out of flavoring.
Some of this bitter Costa Rica Clementine.
Yeah.
Mix it in.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. So anyway, The Blacklist, as we know, it's about basically a mastermind criminal and a rookie FBI agent, and he will only work with her to solve all these various super serial villain guys.
Like the Tricks. They hunt the Tricks bunny and the...
It's a bit like
you crisp dog,
a weird version of Batman in a way, or like X-Files. It's kind of like X-Files because it's like 2 people that are hunting down like a different thing each week.
You had me at Batman, you lost me at X-Files.
Well, I can't help. There's no accounting for taste.
So a little fun because you know we talk all the time about my lack of knowledge when it comes to things, when it comes to media.
You are the worst.
And somebody last night, we had a storm come through last night, a really nasty storm come through.
I didn't really notice it too bad. I heard a bit of lightning. Well,
you can't hear lightning, you can see lightning, you can hear thunder.
It flashed and I kind of saw it through the curtains, is what I mean.
But you can't hear lightning.
Well.
It's not audible. But anyways, so I was playing last night with David on For Honor, and first of all, it went boom, and my apartment shook, and I go, oh shit, and he's like, what? I go, that was thunder. He's like, really? He's like, I thought somebody just dropped something in your apartment. I was like, no, that was thunder. But that's not the story. The story was our friend Erin posted on Facebook some sort of what happens if my house blows away, and she made a Twister reference. And I put in the comments, I feel like this is a video or movie I was socially obligated to watch, but I didn't because of Canada. And Jake and Aaron are like, we're going to have a movie night, and we're going to have you just binge watch all these movies.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, actually. Maybe we should live stream that for 24 hours. You watching movies you should have seen as a child.
No. I watched all the ones I should have seen as a child. James and the Giant Peach, Disney.
No.
That's all I need.
RoboCop, Terminator, Predator.
I've seen none of those movies you're saying right now.
Alien.
Nope.
God, I hate you.
Jurassic Park. I saw that.
Okay.
Does that count?
Jurassic Park is a step in the right direction.
I mean, that was when I was a kid. Alien was way before my time, wasn't it? What year was it?
It was way before my time. It's still... You go back to watch the classics.
No, you don't. Because new things come out.
Are you going to watch Alien Covenant?
No.
Yeah, because you suck. Anyway, moving on.
I think the last movie I watched... I still just... some Moana. I still need to see... Sing. That's animation.
I am aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the only movies I see.
Gosh.
But anyways.
I bet there's even animations you haven't seen.
If they're on Netflix, I've seen them.
All right.
I found out the other day that... we'll get into my stuff. You continue, then I'll tell you what I found out the other day.
Okay.
Otherwise, I keep rambling as usual.
Blacklist was great so far. I won't give away any spoilers, but I would say watch it. As far as games, I've been playing 2 primarily. Horizon Zero Dawn. We picked that up last week, and we streamed a little bit of it. And by the way, you won't know this because this is going to go up tomorrow. But yesterday, if there wasn't a live stream and you're like, hey, I thought you guys were doing live streams on Tuesdays, we kind of decided not to.
It's too much work. Not that the streaming is too much work. That on top of we have one day to record everything.
Yeah.
And we're just like, I text Tom, I was like, I don't think we're going to get this done.
So as
if we're super
in
efficient.
keeping with the theme, I guess, of like telling
Changing
you
everything.
how to be a not small podcast, how to be a small YouTube team, we've talked again, and we're kind of like, okay, so we really like how the level 2 VR stuff looked. We really like how bargain basement looked. We've had the feedback of maybe chopping up some of those into
people were turned
separate
away
parts.
by the hour.
Yeah, because it says like an hour and a half when you see it. That's daunting if you don't have an hour and a half. I mean, it's a movie.
Yeah.
You could watch Alien in that time.
See, we're a movie.
And so
I watch myself.
what we thought was we would instead upload them as separate entities, like separate segments, and then not this though. This is always going to be long.
Yeah, the podcast is always going to be the
But then we're going to put them in a playlist, so you can just watch them back to back.
On YouTube, on audio format, if you guys are listening to us, it is going to be the same on audio. It's going to be the giant one.
Yeah,
No
you'll just have
segments
the big one if you're just listening in. But if you're watching, then they're going to be split into different areas because you can only take my face for at least 10 minutes at a time until you get itchy for the Xbox.
Or if you're interested in a certain segment. I mean, that's the other thing too.
That's the other reason.
Is like
yeah. One is I'm ugly. Two is the segment thing.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Specifically with like bargain basement, like if you're not interested, maybe you don't have a PS4, you have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
They don't care about the PS4 sales.
So they can skip that
They
part.
skip that part, go to the Xbox
Yeah.
One sales, and like, oh, cool, this is what I got coming on, or vice versa. Or maybe they want to watch us all. They have a playlist that can auto play. Is that
Yeah.
the word? That's the word. To play.
That's the word.
Auto continue.
But we're also changing, not drastically the days, but here's the reasoning. So Monday, Let's Plays, they're staying there. And thank you, by the way. We've had a really good engagement with the Let's Plays
Tony
so
Hawk.
far. Pretty much every Let's Play we put up, someone
Funny
that we
email.
don't know comments, which is great.
I have to say, it's the childlike games I choose.
It's Nostalgiaville, which
Have you
is
noticed?
probably how we're going to focus on
the
those.
games I choose.
Yeah, well, I chose Cthulhu, and that did pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take... I'm also... The next game I'm choosing, because it's my turn, and I'm going to, I think, choose Alien vs. Predator Extinction, but I don't know for
I know
sure.
nothing about that game.
That's a PS2 game. That's an RTS strategy game with Alien vs. Predator, and hardly anyone's ever heard of it, but it's amazing. So I'm thinking of doing that one.
I have a thing for bargain basement. Hold on.
Okay,
you keep going.
put it in your notes.
I'm gonna make a note.
So this is our everyday.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was playing Horizon, and I really like that game. I gotta say, like, I was a little skeptical about it because I'd heard a lot of good things about it. The reviews came out; they were sterling, and I thought, you know
They
what,
were
it
amazing.
looks really badly like just kind of Far Cry meets Assassin's Creed or something like that.
It's like Far Cry. It's like Far Cry Primal met something from Future.
Right, and it's not like it's not the best premise. It's not bad as far as plot lines go. I mean, I haven't got far enough in to really understand why there's robot dinosaurs at this point, which is, I think, the big question that everyone's asking when you play that game. Not what's the story with this girl or anything. It's just like, why are there robot dinosaurs?
I just assumed that was the world they created. Like, to me, like, that's just the world they live in.
When they refer back to things in that game, when they say like, oh, this is one of those, like an antique whatever, it's like normal stuff for me and you. So like it's like antique amulet or something, and it's like a Casio watch or something. And so there's kind of an in joke there that the past is definitely now. So that's the future, which is probably why there's robot dinosaurs. But then everyone's acting like, you know, like primal, Neanderthals. So it's a very bizarre game, but it's beautiful. One of the best looking games I've ever seen, and the gameplay has a good hook in it.
Who developed it? Do you know?
Oh, off the top of my head.
Sony published.
Yeah, top of my head, I can't remember. Maybe you can look that up while we're chatting here.
Quick.
But aside from Horizon, I've also been playing, and this is rare for me, a mobile game. A lot.
What mobile game?
I don't really do that,
No.
right? So it is Hearthstone.
Gorilla.
actually.
Oh yeah, it was Guerrilla Games.
Guerrilla Games.
Duh.
There you go.
I knew that. I feel dumb now.
But I've been playing Hearthstone, which I do know who made that, and that's Blizzard.
Yes. That's an old game.
Yeah, it is. It's a runoff of World of
Relatively.
Warcraft. It's like a card game. And
It's like Gwent will be with.
it is like a lot like Gwent, yeah. And I
Gwent.
kind of I played it a while back and I really enjoyed it, and then I kind of fell off of it. And here's the thing, like, I don't really play games on my phone a lot because I just can't get into them. I hate the control scheme and everything. The only types of stuff I've ever been able to do are like those kind of like select 3 or whatever, like those really lame like Candy Crush type things.
I was gonna say I'm currently playing Frozen Freefall, so it's that type of game.
Yeah, exactly. Frozen
like,
Freefall.
Yeah. Things and the fall.
Because those to me are like, those are games that are designed for a touch screen as opposed to like using like a weird. Porting. I hate the controller thing on iOS. I can't deal with it, or on Android.
Have you seen I saw a controller adapter the other day that looks like the Switch now.
Really?
It was actually kind of nice. It was really good, other than the trigger was a bit.
I mean, it's tempting. I don't know. There's just something about gaming on iOS, because I played a couple of bigger games on it. Like I played like the GTAs and the Final Fantasies on here, and they're just not quite the same. So, but Hearthstone,
Oceanhorn is one like that.
That was okay. Yeah.
But anyways,
Hearthstone is very addictive.
Is there a reason you started playing? Just like all of a sudden, like, I'm just fucking play this.
No, pretty much that. Yeah, pretty much. It was like, this is supposed to be good. Like
I said, that game's a few years old.
It is.
It's not like it was at the top of the sales or something.
I just wanted something that was like, that seemed like a smart game that wasn't necessarily like poker or whatever. Because I get bored of playing poker over and over again.
I play solitaire still.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like that though. Like, it's just like, but it's more of a battle element to it, because you're basically, and it's nerdy as fuck. I mean, you're like placing cards, and it's like,
if you ever played like Pokemon
spawn
or
one
Magic
half
the
dragon,
Gathering,
exactly. It's all like all those tabletop card games.
What about Fire Emblem? You playing Fire Emblem?
I did play Fire Emblem. I fell off it a little bit, but I did play that.
But it was a good game.
I mean, Hearthstone has actually really sort of taken over my life a little bit recently. Usually where I'd be sat there like scrolling Facebook or whatever, I find myself playing that game. So
I find myself swiping cards.
You know, if you want to play some Hearthstone, go ahead, and if you have questions, drop them in, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I would love to figure it out.
I'm sure there's some way to share and play with people.
My name is Tommy K on there, which is for Tommy Kilo, which is a whole other fucking story. What about you?
So getting back to what I was going to say when I was interrupting you before, what I found out is
I just spat on my jeans.
Yeah,
sorry.
I have Hulu again, so that's a thing, and I found out
why'd you get Hulu again?
Because I wanted to watch the season 7 of Gold Rush.
Oh,
and I finished that, so I've had that for a while.
Gotcha.
But I found out Rugrats is on there. B, I found out there's a Nickelodeon app on Apple TV. C, Tough Puppy's on Hulu as well.
Tough what now?
Tough Puppy.
What the
It's
fuck
the same
Tough?
creators. It's the same creators of Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, okay.
It's Butch Hartman.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah, it's a hard cartoon.
Okay.
So I've been watching like I've had a nostalgia trip like crazy recently. Mainly Tough Puppy right now because I haven't watched that whole series. Obviously Rugrats I kind of grew up with, and I don't like. I'm gonna call it new Rugrats, like
All Grown Up.
No, I like that actually. So All Grown Up started out as a one-off that I loved, and then they brought it into a series. I don't like the post Kimmy when Chucky gets a mommy.
I haven't. I didn't get anywhere near that.
Have you seen it in the movies?
No.
So, my phone just vibrated. In the movies, the first movie, Dill, Tommy's brother, shows up. The second movie, Chucky's dad marries another woman, and he gets a sister called Kimmy, and then I can't remember the mom's name.
Not seen any of that.
But
just the first series, probably.
Yeah, the original part of it. But I've been watching that. Been watching Tough Puppy, like cartoon crazy. I love it. Clarence is still going on, which is a cartoon on Cartoon Network. There's a Cartoon Network app. I just got an Apple TV not too long ago, if you can't tell. And I've enjoying it. I slowly went, "Hey Siri, find me some cartoons." And she goes, "Here you go." And I was like, because before I had to pay for iTunes, and I was
just sat there and had a heart attack.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my!" Well, it literally like I can't remember how I found the other ones, but I was going through and searching for cartoons and stuff because I'm an adult and that's what I do. And you know how you can click on the Apple TV and it says you can open in, even if it's an app you don't have. So like I was like, oh, Hulu's got some stuff. Cool, look there. And then the TV app is really cool if you don't use it. By the way, I'm a fan of it. Other than it doesn't search Netflix. I don't think
it does.
Be wrong. Does it?
Siri does it.
Cool. Siri does, but the TV app does not.
I don't know.
Yeah. But what happens with it is I was going in there and I clicked on it and it's like open in. I was like, Nickelodeon? Oh my God. I knew there was Cartoon Network. I've already downloaded the Cartoon Network app, but Nickelodeon's like, oh, TBS, yes. And I was like, oh, so many things. Mind blown. And I was
Is
like,
it free stuff on the Nickelodeon app or do you have to pay?
You have to sign in. I use my parents' login for the cable. You can get some stuff for free, but
gotcha.
You still have to have a cable subscription to get the full experience.
Gotcha.
So I've been doing a lot of that when it comes to
cables under here. Sorry, I'm trying to maneuver my legs.
There's a lot of that when it comes to like what I'm watching. Literally, I'm just going back and watching my old school cartoons. Partially because like it's one of those things I can have on in the background and I don't miss anything. Like if I'm editing or whatever, I'll have Rugrats on and Chucky. I'm also watching...
There's a lot of episodes, too.
Yes. I'm also watching Nerd Cubed. What started it was Nerd Cubed started playing... I can't remember the name of the game, but it was the Rugrats game on PS1. And so I was like, I want to go watch Rugrats. And that's how this all started, like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago.
Okay.
Video game-wise...
YouTube.
Yeah, video game-wise, For Honor... I played a little bit last night, finished the story. I know we said we were going to finish on the stream. We will finish on the stream. We tried to finish it the other day, and it just kept disconnecting because you were hanging out with your wife with your anniversary stuff.
Yep.
That's not why it kept disconnecting, but that's what you were doing.
It might have been the reason. Maybe my love is too strong and just cut out all the cables.
When I finished the thing, it's like, you unlocked all this shit. And I was like, yeah! But, so I've been playing that. Today, literally, the day we're recording, Tuesday, the 7th. Ghost Recon Wildlands comes out, so I'll probably be jumping back into that at some point.
Did you already pick that up?
I pre-ordered it.
Okay.
It's preloaded. It's ready to go.
Gotcha.
I debated on playing it last night, but I didn't because I was playing.
I'm still getting mixed reviews on that from people, so I'm gonna hold off for a minute.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it because I was like, I want a shooter. I don't have a shooter right now because Division's about to end its life. It's the last Division update came out, and I've not played that update yet, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. So I needed something to fill that Division void.
Okay.
For Honor is doing that right now. Elder Scrolls I've hopped back into that, as we know, but I need that shooter aspect, and I think temporarily it'll be Ghost Recon because there's nothing else coming out that I want shooter wise.
Are you looking at Mass Effect at all?
No.
Okay.
Something about the game just makes me not want to play it. I don't know what it is. I think it's the space RPG stereotype. I think it's the fantasy aspect of things, which is weird because like
Elder Scrolls, you're not a sci-fi guy, really.
No.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, you weren't a fantasy guy until Elder Scrolls.
Well,
so.
It's only Elder Scrolls Online. I can't play that game by myself. I have to have friends with me to play. That's where Mass Effect. It's like
less online stuff going on with that.
So I kind of throwing a bunch of games in right now and just seeing what happens with that. I picked up. What's the Psychonauts VR game? I haven't played that yet, but that'll be
Ruins of Rhombus or whatever.
That'll be played on the 24-hour live stream coming up on Sunday.
Cool. So you haven't touched that at all yet?
No, I was gonna say that for the stream. Also, Elder Scrolls. I beat me and David finished Cold Harbor since we couldn't do it with you on the stream.
Okay.
We finished that, and the next quest I have is the next story mission, which I saved for the stream, the 24-hour stream. So that way, when I have nothing to do, I'm like, hey. By the way, spoilers, I might be fighting some Molag Bal at some point. So,
nice.
Spoiler alert, you might see him. I saw him for the first time when me and David were playing. I was like, well, first time like in real life. Like, because you see apparitions or whatever.
In the game world.
Yeah. And you're just like, oh my God, he's huge.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. Then he's spitting fireballs and stuff at me, and I was like, nope, stop that. So that's what I've got going on. Like I said, I'm kind of like in between games right now. For Honor's been the one I picked up. I've been playing different characters and the one I love, but I've been super busy. I've had some stuff happen in my personal life that's kind of had to take over gaming, so I have not gamed nearly as much as I normally do, which means I've not been staying up till 4 a.m.
You look a little more alert today than usual, I gotta say that.
Last night, me and David were playing For Honor, and we were texting as I do and send Tom massive messages of ideas I have, and he's like, by the way, you going to bed anytime soon? Or no, what? It was like, you need to fucking go to bed or something.
I did, yeah.
What was it? Hold on. I got to get the exact word.
Because I knew it was late because I was going to bed and I'd fallen asleep previously, so I knew it was late.
So we were talking about like different ideas and agreed we'll work on it tomorrow, piecing stuff together for the sales stuff. You lead Bargain Basement, I'll lead the VR. I said, yep. And then you went to go high five. And then 2 minutes later, it took you 2 minutes. And you're like, you're going to leave me hanging? And I high-fived back with the emoji, and I said, sorry, I'm playing For Honor. Finish the story. And you're like, sweet, you better fucking go to bed soon. Better not be tired tomorrow.
Yep.
And then you sent me, I don't know who that guy is.
I don't know either.
But it's some dude staring at me, and I said, yes, Dad, and then you sent me a Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Staring at me.
So
that's
Ted Bundy?
Yeah.
Al Bundy or something?
Al Bundy.
I was going to say, Ted Bundy's a serial killer.
Al Bundy. It's the guy from Married with Children.
Yes.
I don't know what his name actually is.
Yeah. And also Modern Family.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't watch Modern Family.
He's the main dad in that, which is kind of...
I feel like I should watch that show. So I feel
good show. You'd like it.
Do you remember the show Dads on Fox? Mm-mm. It ran one season. It had Seth Green. I think it was a Seth MacFarlane produced show. headset. Oh, I'm also watching Cosmos. Speaking of Seth MacFarlane produced shows,
really?
I never sat down and actually watched it.
Which one? The Neil deGrasse Tyson one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Netflix, I believe now, or Hulu. It's on one of the two.
It's great.
So yeah,
it's really
beautiful.
beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's quite interesting. I just never watched it when
you should watch the Sagan ones too when you get a chance.
Yeah,
Carl Sagan ones.
I also pre-ordered the Blue Planet 2
on
on Blu-ray because I love Blue Planet 1.
Yeah. Blue Planet 1 is literally my favorite documentary of all time.
It's on sale right now. If you want to pre-order, it's on sale right now on Amazon. $35 I think for
I just don't play Blu-rays.
For the Blu-ray, and then 4K is $50 for 4K Blu-ray. I love Blu-rays.
You know, speaking of Blu-rays,
I'd rather watch that on Blu-ray versus.
We're going to get into this in the VR section in a little more detail, but it's kind of cool that one part of the patch that got released, it was getting released hopefully today, is that they are allowing the VR headset to now do 3D movies. But they're allegedly they play way better in a VR headset than it does just doing it on a 3D TV, which I'm excited for because I have a 3D TV.
I do too.
I watch some movies on there.
Do you have a 3D? Well, I guess you'll have a 3D player with the VR headset. Do you have 3D movies?
I have one.
Which one?
Prometheus.
You need. So I know you're going to scoff at me when I say this.
Open season.
But no. How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
That is the best 3D movie, other than Avatar. Avatar, in my opinion, is the best.
That movie, and Tron are ones that I'm really interested in, because Tron's soundtrack
I have
is
Avatar
amazing.
in 3D.
But I got Prometheus really just on a limb because I love that movie. Well, I hate it now. I loved it at the time. It's a long story. But I'm a giant Alien fan. Yeah. So I got that, and I'm excited to try that out with the headset on. And so as soon as that drops, that's the first thing I'm going to do is see what that looks like in 3D.
But How to Train Your Dragon, in my opinion, is the best 3D movie that's.
I heard some good advice about where to find cheap 3D Blu-rays. It is literally Blu-ray.com /3D.
Yeah.
And I think it's BLU-RAY.com. But that's just, it's such a weird thing because I was like, this can't be a real website, or if it is, it's just going to be one talking about what is a Blu-ray. This is a Blu-ray. It's an actual shop, and they're cheap.
I wonder how much they had to pay for that.
They're really cheap on
that.
They
either got in real early on that, or they paid a lot of money for that.
But it's really cool. Lots of cheap stuff on there. So if you have a VR headset and you're getting that 4.5 update,
Sony was Blu-ray, which so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that as well. Just talking of 3D stuff.
Yeah.
So, but Blue Planet 2,
yeah, Blue Planet 2. 4K Blu-ray, I don't think it's worth it because I don't have 4K TV. But
yeah, I really need a 4K TV.
You don't need anything.
Well, I want one.
Yeah, see, there's a difference.
Yeah. You're probably right.
Yeah. I'm going to be the voice of reason for once.
This is a weird role reversal for me. I don't know how I feel about this.
But anyways, that's what I've been playing /watching /doing. Let's go on to the bonus level.
I was waiting to see which one you came up with this time. Level is fun. Level makes more sense. Bonus level. That's it. Officially from now on, level.
Until I change it.
No, level. Until I forget. Forever. Level.
So the Switch was released a few days ago? Officially?
The 3rd, which it is now the 7th. So 4 days ago.
Neither of us have had the opportunity to play it.
No.
We've seen people play it. Yep. We watched Cody, our buddy from the Dream Saga, play it for his stream. Didn't make the whole 24 hours. Made it, I think, 16 or something.
He had a valiant effort. He wasn't feeling very well. I think by 3 a.m. I spoke to him a little bit about it the other day, and I think by 3 a.m. he said that the problem was he had just had no good food at all.
Yep.
And because he had all this kind of horrible crap, he was just starting to dry heave.
Yep.
So he went to the restroom and he started dry heaving, and he was just like, you know what? I can't fucking do this anymore. Which is, that's fine. It's tough. It's not an easy challenge to do.
I'm gonna do it.
He's gonna try it.
Hopefully.
But it's not an easy task.
The difference, though, I think between him and me with the way we've set it up is, I don't know if you saw it, but I made a Facebook page of inviting people over.
No, I haven't seen that. I have seen that. I'm interested.
Yeah.
Did I say I was going or interested?
I think you said I
might not go. I don't know. We'll see.
You're going to be there at least for the
I'll
9
be there.
9 to midnight part.
Yeah.
But with that, it having people come in and out kind of just reminds you. And to me, I won't be playing the whole 24 hours.
I think he had
which might be cheating.
1 or 2 people join him.
Yeah.
And he did have Wheezy, our animator's family, was following him for quite a lot in the chat. They donated as well. So thank you again to those guys.
The problem I think he ran into is a lot of the people that would have shown up, there was a party going on for somebody, so that didn't help.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't go because I'm antisocial.
You're antisocial.
Pretty much.
Yeah, except for video games.
Sonny went, but I didn't go.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I had anniversaries to attend to.
Yeah.
But But no, props to Cody though for giving that a shot and doing what he did for that. And I think ultimately he loves that thing. He's had nothing but praise for that since
me and him
since
have had some very interesting discussions about it.
Yeah, you guys.
The other day, I don't know if he was talking to you about because you asked if it ran 720p on the handheld, and you asked what it ran on the dock mode, and he said 1080p, and I quickly was like 900p or 900, and I was like, I didn't mean for that to be like, oh, it's only 900. I'm like, no, I just right information.
I know that you don't mean things when you say things. It's,
I just got a snap.
There's
900.
Definitely,
especially with the way I've had the opinion on the Switch. Like, yeah, that's what it is.
You're just super heated on it, and when everyone gives you shit about it, you get upset about it. Which is why I keep telling you to stop talking about it. Which is really why it's a bad idea for us to do this as a bonus level. But I think it's interesting because so let's get back to on track here. So yeah, it did release a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. So far, Zelda has had stellar reviews.
Yeah.
Like stellar reviews.
Yes.
And it's weird. If you look at, there's that one poster, right, which has like all the really popular reviews on it. Mm-hmm. It's like, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, blah, blah, blah. And then somewhere at the bottom, it's like 40 out of 40, 20 out of 20. And I'm like, and they're all Japanese publications. And I'm just like, how do they rate things in Japan? Like, there's like 40 out of 40. Like, what are the fucking things there? What are the prerequisites to make 40?
Maybe it's for
like a gameplay and there's a weird way to score it. I don't know. They don't. Yeah, they should just like just
you're saying they should Americanize it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to make them American. I'm not, going to go in there and bomb them and be like, do reviews the way we do it. But it's just a weird scoring system. I'm sorry, Japan. Your scoring systems are weird.
Yeah.
But either way, it's doing very popularly. And I went into GameStop the other day I kind of do that once a day pretty much, just kind of depressing.
I thought about doing it the other day.
But I went in there, not to ask if they had a Switch, but just to see what titles were out on the shelf. And they had Bomberman was in there, and
which
they had
is
1-2 Switch was in there. 1-2 Switch looks like it might be like the fun game. The people that have played it really seem to like it.
$40. That's my issue. Is it feels
that's
like a
shitty.
If it was 20 to 30, I would have been fine.
It should have been a pack-in.
20,
that's no doubt about that. Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple other smaller ones, like The Binding of Isaac, I think was there, and a couple other ones. So I was like, you know what?
Games have been announced for it.
I would fucking love to play that Zelda game, but I still am on this kind of point where that's like $360 to play Zelda.
You know what you can do? I own a Wii U.
I'm not getting a Wii U.
I have a Wii U.
I'll take yours.
I will. I'm probably gonna buy Zelda on the Wii U. To be honest. So that's one of the things. Getting back to like our impressions now versus then. One of the things that's kind of confirmed to me was I don't need a Switch now still, personally. And that's not saying, like you said, Cody loves it. Like, more power to people.
There are a lot of people that love it. Yes. Cody's just one of the only people we know that actually has one. But everyone that I know that picked one up is in love with it.
Yes.
Except for Notch. From the Minecraft creator.
Oh.
Yeah. He posted this hilarious Twitter thing where he was just basically ragging on the outlet part, the plug part, 'cause it's the bottom.
Yeah.
So when he uses the kickstand, he can't plug it in. So he had it like balancing on like a toilet roll in the bathtub while he was taking a shit. And he had this cable coming up the middle and then it like fell over. And it's pretty funny if you see Notch's reaction to the cable placement. But otherwise, everyone else seems to
I just feel like it confirms that I don't need one at launch because I have a Wii U. Zelda was the game to me, and I said it before, and I'll say it again. If they had made Zelda Switch exclusive, it would have made me think a little bit harder. I'm not a huge Zelda fan, but it would have made me think a little bit harder than I am now, where I'm like, I'm just getting it on Wii U, because everything I saw from the Wii U version, not a big difference.
Yeah,
it's not
the frame rate thing. I think is a little better, graphics a little better, but other than that, it's pretty.
Like IGN
it's kind of like difference between a PS4 and PS4 Pro.
Yeah,
like it's like minimal.
So it wasn't like if it was a big jump, it was like, okay, maybe I should wait until I get the Switch and do all that kind of stuff. But to me, it wasn't worth it. And then what are you going to buy the Switch? Were you going to buy it for 1-2 Switch? You're going to buy it for
I don't know.
Bomberman,
obviously, this Mario's going to be interesting, and I'm still debating it. Like I was debating picking one up the other day. After
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't either. Like, people think I'm anti-Switch. As I put on my personal Facebook, I'm not anti-Switch. I'm anti-Switch right now because there's no software.
I don't know. I wanted to see it, and I hadn't seen it. And then when Cody brought his in, and we got a chance to see the tablet part of it.
The weirdest thing is the triggers.
Yeah, I mean the controllers are odd, but I'm sure you get used to them.
Yeah.
But when Cody brought it in, and we got a chance to see the tablet form of it, it's worth pointing that out. It wasn't the full one. I was pleasantly surprised at the size of it. I felt like it was going to be bigger.
It's between an iPad. It's between an iPad Mini and an iPhone.
It's a little bit bigger than a Plus. Yeah. And so I definitely dig the size of it because in my head I had it the size of a gamepad, and I was like, and it's not at all. It's way smaller.
It's weird because it's long, especially when you
Yeah.
have Joy-Cons on there. It's long. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's 16:9, so it makes sense.
But I mean, he was taking them off and playing just with his hands, casual and stuff, and it was like it looked like a lot of fun. So I will say that I'm my interest is peaked. I'm still kind of like someone needs to do one little thing to push me the over edge, and I'm going to be like, okay, fuck it.
That's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
get
how
one.
I am with VR. Still, there's not that one game where I'm like, this is the definitive answer for.
Yeah, because you
for
couldn't play
everybody.
Resident Evil. That's
Yeah.
why.
And not everybody can, but there's not one like to say this definitive that it's not the Mario 64 as everybody calls
Right,
it.
right,
We're
right.
waiting for the big game for everybody.
Speaking of which, though, Zelda did a lot better than Mario 64 out of the gate. Apparently,
Yeah, we got some news that if you tune into Bargain Basement, I got
That's
some
tomorrow.
news on that.
Bargain Basement's tomorrow now. We
Yes.
changed the days around to make it more relevant and speedy
Yay!
for you.
But no, the Switch is a piece of hardware. When I got it, because Cody comes up to me, you want to hold it? I was reluctantly like, I don't really want to because I know I'm gonna want it. Like, I know that's how I am, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, let me feel it, let me do this kind of stuff, and it felt all right. The only problem I have is I don't game on the go that often because I don't do public transportation, don't do any of that stuff.
I don't do it as much as I thought I would. I bought
I-
a Vita for it, and I don't really use it.
If I did, it'd be cool. Like
Yeah.
the fact that the one thing I think I love the Switch for is the fact that you can take the same experience at home and on the go, and it's a full.
Yeah, it's not like
a
a,
full
and
experience.
that's a big different part of it for me as well, as that when you're looking at like what the current like options are, your 3DS and your Vitas, those are not usually giving you a big console level experience, and the Switch has still got its its contention
limitations.
points when comparing
Yeah.
to Scorpio and PS Pro, but but the fact that you can play something, and don't get me wrong, Zelda looks beautiful, so
But
the fact
Zelda's
that you
also
can
an art
get away
style.
with that.
How will realistic
True.
graphics look?
True.
That's one of the things I need to see is like.
But like the 720 1080 thing doesn't
Yeah,
bother me
doesn't
because
matter.
honestly I can't fucking tell. Like
Yeah.
I'm too old. My eyes just can't tell.
Most people can't unless you're.
Which is
Hayden.
not why I'm not in a rush to get 4K. I will, but I'm not in a rush.
You'll tell 4K.
I hope
I can
so.
tell you that right
I
now.
really hope so.
Somebody who's seen 4K, you will tell 4K.
I hope so.
But no,
yeah.
I'm still interested. I still stick to my guns that I need to see a AAA third party decent IP run on that without any compromise. And whether that's the Assassin's Creed, whether that's because like Steep to me is not a very intensive game. There's no real intensive game out there for it, third party wise, that I've seen that I'm like, okay, this will be the true test. If this can run on it, I'm cool with it. People are gonna say Skyrim. Skyrim's 5 years old, I think. So like,
It is. But it is still
It's a big game, but
It does take quite a bit of graphical prowess to run
But it's
Skyrim.
5 years old, so when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, will it be able to run Elder Scrolls 6? That's my contention
Good
there
point.
with that. But if they come out and they do, if say Ubisoft, I doubt they will because they have strong opinions on the Switch, kind of like I do. But say Ubisoft comes out and they announce Assassin's Creed for the Switch, and it runs beautifully. That would be, to me, okay, this system is here to stay. The system's got third-party support, or it's capable of third-party support. I mean,
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it's got to be able to show me that it can do it. Nintendo first-party stuff, and
I don't think we're expecting it to be in the same league necessarily, even
no.
as
It
a
just got to be able
PS4
to. It's just,
or an
gameplay
Xbox.
got to be able to not drop frames and actually function.
Yeah, it has to. It has to be able to do like.
I don't need
It
4K.
can't be limited by
Yes.
its hardware.
I use the example of Zombie and Zombie U. That's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
That can't happen. And one of the things that Nintendo did for me, at least on Zelda, that I will admit makes me more interested in the Switch is I said they need to come out with good first-party titles. You can't do much better than a 10 out of 10 on launch.
No.
I'm still interested to see what Mario turns out because, as you know, Mario Tennis I hated. They had.
They
Star
are doing
Fox
the
I hated.
re-release of Mario Kart 8 as well, which
Mario
should
Kart 8
be.
Deluxe.
And I never played that, so
Yeah.
because I'm one of the I guess not one of the 12,000 people that picked up a
12
Wii
million.
U. Oh,
12 million.
I was being polite.
Yeah, there's literally 12 million Wii U's in the wild. Not one of them.
Yeah,
It
so
sits in the corner. It literally sits in the corner next to my thing, and
it is what it is. But
there was
I would definitely pick it up for some of those rehashes from Wii U games that we missed.
Yeah, there is. As you know, I watch a lot of IGN. I watch a lot of Kind of Funny, and IGN. I'm sorry, Kind of Funny. Kind of Funny put a good example. They go, if you compare this to the Vita and the 3DS, it's a fantastic machine. If you compare it to a PS4 and an Xbox One, it's not. And the reason being is it's a portable console, and Nintendo needs to get in their head that they should market it as a portable console you can play at home, not a home console you can play on the go. The problem they have with that is battery life. But I'd
Yeah.
rather if it's positioned that way, and I know that's all marketing.
Someone was telling me it has trouble charging from those battery packs.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
I think it was Tucker was like, it doesn't charge, but it'll stay charged.
Yeah, like it doesn't go up, but
Yeah.
it won't go down.
Yeah,
Which is
it
kind of
is
like when you
consistent.
charge your phone while playing Pokemon in the car or something
Yeah.
like that. Like it's too intensive
Yeah.
on it for it to go.
Which
But I
makes
mean, as
sense
long as
'cause
it's staying
it's running,
steady,
yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if you could charge it up while you're playing the game.
One of the things IGN said during their Up at Noon recently, because they were kind of showing off various different things about the Switch, and one of the things they commented on was the Switch is what the Wii U gamepad should have been.
Yeah.
Think about it. So the Wii U gamepad, the issues with the Wii U gamepad, one, it's big, clunky, and plasticky, feels cheap. Two, it has to be tethered to that console. The promise from Nintendo is you can go into another room to continue playing your games. That is false. If I go into my bathroom, I will lose connection to my console in my living room.
Really?
Pretty quickly. And obviously it depends on what's between materials, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But the fact that they took everything that's inside the Wii U and inside the gamepad and put it into the Switch that is that thick is quite impressive. I mean, I have, as a piece of hardware, I've said it from the get-go, as a piece of hardware, it is an amazing
It
piece
is
of
very
hardware.
interesting as a conceptually. I think it works on a lot of levels. I think the only way to really kind of, finish commenting on it would be to just say it's going to be a wait and see. It's still there.
It's still wait and see.
And it wasn't like. Here's the thing, like to
and
me,
that's for us. I mean, again, we don't want to knock on anybody who loves it. Like,
no, like obviously for those people that wanted a very specific thing out of Nintendo with this console, I think they got what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I think from what I can tell, like I said, everyone that I've spoken to has been like, this is incredible. I love it. It's the best thing ever.
other than friend codes, they brought friend codes back.
Yeah,
that was still a complaint from most Nintendo people.
Right.
Which they have come out and said you will be able to do other things eventually, other ways to meet friends eventually. They
really have struggled with the whole idea of online, haven't they, Nintendo?
Yeah, and then they're eventually gonna charge for it. That to me is gonna be the tipping point. Like,
as
they
long
can
as
get-
there's stuff to play, I would play online Mario Kart. It'd be great.
but what if it doesn't work? That's what I'm saying.
Well, it has to work,
Have you ever? Yeah. Have you ever tried to play Mario Kart online on Wii U?
No, I
No.
didn't know you could.
Yeah, it's not a fun experience.
Really?
Load times take forever. Connections take forever. I mean, it's
depressing.
Yeah, a lot of people drop. Like, so that's. I mean, the online aspect of things. If Nintendo comes out and I don't expect it to be the same level as Sony and Microsoft because they've been doing it now for a few years. I just want it to play my game and stay connected. That's all I want. I feel like that's a lot to ask, but it's not a lot to ask at the same time. I'm cool with the no trophies. I'm kind of cool with the whole messaging thing using a separate app.
They should definitely,
on
and I
that,
don't know if they're
but-
doing this or not, but if not, they should definitely take advantage of the classics again, like releasing them as WiiWare or whatever they call it, where
The eShop.
where you can hop in and buy like Mario.
You know,
Kart
it'd be
3 and
really
stuff.
cool.
That would help.
Xbox, as we said, Xbox last week announced the Games Pass, which is $10 a month, Netflix style thing. Picture doing that with Nintendo classic games. You get $10 a month. You can get X, Y, and Z games.
If they had the whole NES and SNES library and
well,
N64, god damn,
you wouldn't be able to have the whole one because I'm sure licensing, but you could easily have the first party ones.
Yeah, the first party stuff is any stuff anyone
That's-
gives a
yeah.
shit about anyway. So yeah,
I mean, there's ones here and there, but yeah. Imagine doing that for like $10 a month. You can have this. The cool thing they've talked about, and from online perspective, is they're gonna go back and give. I think every game's gonna have an online feature. What that means, I don't know, but they're gonna go back and give classic games online ability. So that's cool. The downside to that is it's only available for a month, so that sucks.
that's weird.
Versus like PlayStation Plus, where you download the game as long as you have the subscription, it stays. So that's a bit interesting, but I don't know. I'm still waiting to see on it. I'm excited. I would be lying if I didn't say I wasn't excited and intrigued by the Switch. That the Joy-Cons were a bit weird, kind of small. That's the review we've been hearing, or reviews we've been hearing is a little small, which is fine. I probably would play it with a Pro controller. I've been hearing that's the way to play Zelda if you can play it on a TV. Granted, that controller's $70, so that kind of sucks. But
Yeah, I think I'm with you though. I think I'd have to play it with the Pro controller.
But on the
Joy-Con
go,
looks fine.
Yeah, on the go would be fine.
Yeah.
I also would want to try into the dog head, whatever the hell they call that. I call it the
Yeah.
dog head because this is what it looks like. But I don't know. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I probably will pick one up at some point, assuming they don't do anything drastic at this point to screw it up. There's just right now, I think of two reasons I'm not picking up. One, there's no game right now that's making me pick it up because again, Zelda I can get on the Wii U. And two, if I wait, I'll have more games and I'll potentially have discounted games.
Sure.
So instead of getting 1-2 Switch for $40 at launch, paying a premium, I can get it for $20, and to me, that's worth it. We talk about all the time on Bargain Basement of waiting 2-3 months, getting a game on discount, like.
I don't know if Nintendo will be that heavy with the sales.
No, but eventually, if you think though, around holiday time, they're going to do something.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be nice.
Something, whether it's a bundle or whatever.
Nintendo has never really followed the pack as far as that goes. So I'd be interested to see whether they approach sales in the same manner as Sony and Xbox, who are very very matter of fact about it. There's every week there's something, which is why we have a whole show. Which is why we have it, yeah. But it's I don't know. I'm intrigued. I really liked watching Cody play it on the fly. It'd be interesting to see what that looks like on a big TV. Zelda is by all means a classic from what I can understand so far. But there's not a whole lot else going on with it. So that's Bomberman is probably the Bomberman and Snipper Clips are the only two to me that have me intrigued. Snipper Clips is perfect for us. So if we ever get a Switch, we're playing Snipper Clips. Okay.
I could do that. I don't know if you know what that game. Have you seen that game? I have no idea. So the way it works is you have two little dudes, like paper dudes, and you have it's like hole in the wall, so you got to fit into this shape. Okay. And it's a 3D, but it's 2D, but it's a 3D, like you can run in front of each other and behind each other. Okay. And the person in front, if I go over top of this person, I can clip through them and change their shape because they're a piece of paper, and vice versa. So you change shapes till you fit into different things.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept. Yeah, it's a puzzle game. It's a really cool concept. So stuff like that has me excited. I could see Switch being two things. I want Switch to be an indie game beast on the go, because that's what it should be, because I would love that. Obviously, Nintendo first title, or first parties, and then third parties, I just need to have enough that keeps me satisfied, because the majority I'm still going to buy on PS4, even if they're available on the Switch, because that's where my friends are.
There needs to be new IP third parties.
Yes.
So, I mean, if it's multi-platform, that's fine, but if it's multi-platform, always I'm going to choose one that is going to run it better. Yeah. But if there's new IPs that are third-party that are interesting, and they did that quite well with the Wii. There was a lot of things you could only play on the Wii, like there was some Silent Hills you could only play on the Wii. There was it not No Man's Sky? What's the other one?
Yeah, No Man's Sky was not the Wii.
No More Heroes and that kind of stuff. Which
one of the things they confirmed NBA 2K18 is going to be on the Switch, and me and Nate were talking in the GR the other day about it, and we were just like, that would be a game I'd pick up on the Switch, because how cool would it be to like go hang out and play like the commercial, or like they had in the advertisement of playing there. Yeah. Because I don't care about the graphics that much in a basketball game, because you're focused on what you're doing. As long as the gameplay is smooth, you're fine. So
yeah, I mean, I would say so far the launch has been semi-successful. I think it's fair to say it's sold a lot of units. It's impossible to find right now.
Again, if you look at Bargain Basement, we'll go into more detail, but it is the most successful Nintendo launch ever.
Yeah. Just saying something.
Beating the Wii. Yeah. And the Wii sold, 250 million units?
Ton, yeah.
So that's
great.
It's commercially doing well.
I'm happy for them.
I'm just hoping it doesn't do one of these.
Yeah.
The software, because now that you got the launch, you got to support the software.
Yeah.
Or support it with software. So
cautiously optimistic was how I felt before after watching the conference, and I'm cautiously optimistic that they can maintain momentum. I'm happy out of the gate that they did well, and I think that I definitely I'm more likely to pick one up now. I am, after having seen it and kind of messed with it a little bit, but I'm still like, okay, like you said, it has to skip the dip. It has to just like, it has to maintain momentum. Yeah. So if it does that for a couple months, then I'll be looking a lot more at it, I think.
See, I was dead set against it after the conference, because like that I think that conference did a huge detriment.
Conference was shit.
And part of it was because Japanese, part of it was because
terrible.
It didn't show things off that I wanted.
They should have done, like, if they wanted to do a conference like that, they should have done it for Nintendo in Japan, and they should have let Reggie do something in America, because Reggie would have put together something that made a whole lot more sense.
Yes. So that's kind of like, the further I get away from that, the more I'm like, okay, keeps coming out. There's news coming out of games, and I'm like, cool, like Yooka-Laylee.
Yeah, that would be, and that's another one that's an original IP. It's perfect for Nintendo. Hopefully it plays well, no frame rate drops. That's the example that I'm looking for when I say, like, more of that. You got me sold on.
Yes. Granted, I've already got...
Especially if they focus on those types of twee games, too, because that's, to me,
the
that's
Keegan
what
games.
You go to Nintendo for, yeah. You go to it for the twee games. You go to it for your Kirby's and your Yoshis and, outside
your
of that...
Your cartoon mascots.
Yeah, exactly. So...
Your Spyro... Spyro's PlayStation.
I would...
Spyro's not Nintendo, I think, too, right? Sega?
I think
Sega and Spyro. I don't know.
But yeah, I would... I definitely love for that to be how it maintains momentum, things like
that. And I want it to be successful.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I think we both want to be successful for two reasons.
Oh, yeah.
One,
Everyone loves Nintendo. Man. No one wants Nintendo to fail at all. No one wants Nintendo
and I honestly think this is the system that's either going to make or break Nintendo when it comes to game consoles, to hardware.
You might be right.
So I want to be successful.
They don't have a whole lot of chances after this because they're off cycle is the problem. Is that like they don't have the same amount of R&D time that Xbox and PlayStation do to try and make the latest greatest thing. They would have to like really skip them almost and release something that's past what they're going to release. But then why wouldn't they already be using that?
Yeah. They wouldn't do it.
So it's weird.
So,
but yeah.
That's our thoughts on the Switch. What do you guys think? Have you guys picked it up? Have you pre-ordered it? Apparently they're really hard to find right now.
They are. I did a little exploration the other day just to see if anyone had any, and no one has any. So, yeah.
Which
no
is
Target,
hopefully
no Walmart,
one of two
no
things. Hopefully it's not a supply shortage. I think it's demand over demand.
I mean, if you look at the Nintendo Classic, that had a similar situation as well. Those are still hard as fuck to find too.
Yep.
I mean, you can buy one on eBay if you want to pay $500, $600 for it, but yeah, other than that, they're really hard to nail down right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for Nintendo. Happy for their launch. Happy for everyone that got one that's enjoying it. Happy for the Zelda reviews because I love Zelda. I mean, I'm wearing a Zelda shirt right now. You can see that. There you go. This is a synthwave Zelda shirt.
It's like it's an '80s Zelda shirt.
Well, yeah. So it's called. There's this genre of music called outrun, which is like synthwave. It's basically like stuff that sounds like it's from the '80s, but it's actually made like yesterday. And it
literally was made yesterday.
I'm digging that right now. So I saw this shirt and I was like, this is perfect for today.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. So that's the Switch.
That's the bonus level.
That's it.
So what about next week?
I don't know. I don't really know what's going on this week, to be completely honest. I obviously got the 24-hour live stream. My birthday's coming up. Like
is that this Tuesday, Sunday?
Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday.
It's this Sunday.
Ooh, it's close. You scared?
No. I need to finish cleaning my apartment though.
Yeah, is it going to be on camera a lot?
I mean, I'm going to have my living room on camera.
You have the whole of it? Or are you just going to have it like you have like the little box you have on Sundays?
No, it's going to be the whole thing. So what I'm thinking to do, a little behind the scenes stuff, is right now when I stream on Sundays, I sit at my desk and I have my TV that what used to be my bedroom on my desk that points towards my window, my sliding glass door. My actual TV, if you look, is behind me when I stream. I'm going to be sitting on that couch behind me, facing that way, so it'll be straight on the way it used to be.
Okay, but you're putting the camera above
on
the
top
TV.
of the TV.
Okay.
So that way, because if there's a few people there, like, you'll be able to see everybody, and I don't want to just reconfigure a lot. The hardest thing is going to be reading the chat. Keep my computer because it's going to be. That's the reason I moved to my desk because the chat's over there. But
gotcha.
I'll be able to figure it out.
I'll try and be there as much as I can. Obviously, I have my own obligations. I work, sir, on both days. But Sunday night, I'll be there for our usual stream, and then I will try and just kind of monitor chat.
David got his PSVR, and he might be coming over, and. If he gets talking about getting me Wolves Within. If he gets that for me, we're gonna play Wolves within the same room, online because he's gonna bring his PS4 over.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be good.
That'll be an experiment.
That'd be fun.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So that's gonna be fun for you. What's your game plan as far as like getting the right snacks and all that kind of stuff?
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Yeah. My plan is to go to the grocery store, get a mix of like
some buy.
Yeah, probably. I went through that giant. That picture I posted a few weeks ago. It's gone.
You have a problem, sir.
Yeah. I do 2 a day. It's been a month.
Yeah.
So, but no, I'm planning to go to the store, get some fruits and vegetables, like healthy kind of stuff. I will have pizza. Because it's easy when people come over.
Put fruits on your pizza. Put pineapple pizza.
I do. No, pineapple on pizza's gross. I do onions.
Fuck out of here! It's the best thing ever.
I still love the other day.
I had
I had a veggie pizza. I'm like, I had all meat on mine.
I wanted vegetables, but I really wanted pineapple, so I just made like the weirdest. It was like mushrooms and onions and pineapple and
pineapple.
Yeah, it was very bizarre. It tasted great though. I gotta say, actually, now I really want one.
Yeah. But no, I don't. I mean, probably gonna have some jerky in there because it's easy to eat. Because the thing you got to do is it's gotta be something easy to eat while you're gaming.
Right.
I've thought about like mini corn dogs. Like I've thought this through.
So this is
so we're gonna have a buffet.
Keegan's gonna die.
Yeah.
So we that's this Sunday. So as you're watching this podcast, assuming Sunday that you're watching 12th. It sometime close to when we released it, it'll be Sunday the 12th of March coming up here soon.
Which is my birthday, so come say happy birthday.
It is his birthday.
I'm turning 26.
And it's 24 hours, and it's for
Able Gamers.
ablegamers.org, who are a charity that we support, and we're on a team with other people. Cody was one of them. That's Cody from the Dream Saga.
Tagrado
Power is also on our team. Do we have anyone else?
Yeah, we do. Blue. So I'm gonna give a little story here. I don't want to give too much because it's personal to him. But Blue had to shut down his channel. He has some things going on in his life right now because of reasons. I don't want to give too much out, but he had to shut down his channel. He was on our team. He's still gonna be there cheering us on. He's an amazing dude. Been there pretty much since day one.
I love Blue. So that's sad to hear.
Yeah, he's got some stuff going on right now. So
he might come back though.
I don't know.
Temporarily kind of shutting it down.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know how deep whatever's going on goes.
Well, we wish him the best. We hope that he gets through whatever madness is going on.
So we got him, and then we also have Kat Does Things over on Twitch. Yeah, she's in the States, probably flying to the States right now.
Huh.
She's going to PAX East, which is on my birthday. Me and her, our birthdays are 2 days apart, and we decided we were going to have a giant birthday extravaganza, but I ended up not going.
So you're gonna sit there and eat fucking beef jerky?
Beef jerky and pizza. I'm gonna put beef jerky on pizza. Oh god, that would be gross. I do thin crust.
You should go check out her channel though. Kat Does Things. It's pretty decent. She's Aussie, right?
Yeah, Aussie.
So she has an Aussie accent.
Watch her Twitch is where she's most active. Twitch. She does have a YouTube channel that she uploads all of her streams to, but she streams on Twitch for the most part.
Who else?
I think that's it. Did we get everybody?
Ratea's, yeah.
Oh yeah, Heather.
Yeah.
Rathea.
I can't pronounce her name.
Yeah, Rathea. I met her at Indie PopCon last year. She's on there too. I haven't talked to her about when she's going to do like a special stream, but we've gone back and forth kind of how it all works out.
Cool.
Because this is an ongoing thing. Like we're trying
to reach 500, right? And Tagrado put us on a really good path.
I think it's funny because Tagrado did a 24-hour stream. Cody did the 24-hour stream. I'm going to do the 24-hour stream, but that's not the end of this. Like this is a year thing that we're doing, and we want it to keep going.
Just wanted to start it with a bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, so to give some insight, the place we work donates money for our hours for the time we stream, and I am officially almost at the $1,000 mark.
Awesome.
Once everything gets approved for hours from the last couple streams, I will be over $1,000 donated myself between volunteer time and monetary donations. So it's not one of those things where I'm like, you all need to donate to it. I do put money back into the charity. I'm hoping to meet Craig. I'm hoping we can meet Craig at Indie PopCon this year. He said he's probably going to be there. Awesome. He's not 100% sure yet, but that would be fun. I just want to meet the dude. Dude's awesome.
Yeah.
Him and Amy Napkins. Love to meet her too, but she's over on the West Coast.
So that's going on, and that's going from. Is it midday to midday?
It is It's midday noon Sunday on Sunday to 1 p.m.
Oh, to 1 because
daylight savings.
Daylight savings. That was it.
Yeah. I was like, I could cheat you guys and be like, it's 24 hours, even though it's 23 hours. But I'm going to 1 on Sunday or Monday. And then I'm going to sleep that day, and then we're going to record the next day. So let's see what kind of state I'm in that next day.
So that's what we have coming up on the weekend. Please join Keegan for that. I'll be there in bits and pieces, but it's
hopefully
mostly Keegan's
hopefully you're
thing.
there in like full. I don't want just bits and pieces of you.
I would like,
get like an arm here and a leg there.
So other than that, you can look forward to the new content we have coming up. So tomorrow's going to be Bargain Basement Numero Dos.
That's number 2 for those of you who don't speak Spanish.
And then we have the level 2 VR section as well.
Which asked for names for that, and I'm not.
No one's given us names yet. Whatever you want us to call it, we'll call it pretty much at this point. But level 2 VR for now, and that's going to be going up as well on, I believe, Friday.
We'll call it the Wonder Down Under.
Right.
That sounds like a stripper name.
Yeah. And that's it, really.
I'm going to let you hang in this because I'm just going to make jokes here.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that if you want to.
Yeah, stripper down under. Wonder down under.
Keep going.
Keep going. Hi, guys. We record podcasts in the basement. How y'all doing? But no, seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We love each and every one and all of yous. We've had our best month. I don't know if you look at the analytics.
No, I don't.
Yeah, we've had our best month. Last 28 days is the way YouTube tracks it. Between basically February was our best month ever, which is kind of cool.
That's great. So let's keep up the momentum.
Yeah, it was a lot of people coming to streams, a lot of people watching videos. For Honor helped a lot. hopefully 24-hour live stream will somewhat help. I don't know how many.
We're still trying to get to that fucking 1,000 mark.
Yes, that fucking 1,000.
Working on it. Got like 820 something right now. And again, this is not really like, we have to get there. We're on a fine pace to get there. We're just kind of. It's always nice when you feel like
my sister invited me to her birthday.
That's
escape room.
When is it?
March 31st.
Oh, escape rooms are fun.
Yeah, March 31st is her birthday.
You should do that. All right. Anyway, we're rambling. So that's the Level 2 podcast, episode 19. If you dig it, then awesome. Let us know. If you're listening in at home, thank you. We love our audio audience.
Leave us some feedback on whatever platform you're on, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud.
You name
anything.
It. And
share it with your friends. I mean, that's the other thing, too, is the best way to help us out is to spread the word of us.
Yeah.
That sounds real weird and real selfish, but it's true. If you like what you're listening to, tell your friends about it.
Yep. Word of mouth. That's the way to go.
I got a mouth. I got words.
Okay, he's delirious. So we're going to end it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And as always,
welcome to the second level. Bye.
It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level.